It is literally impossible to be disabled. You're supposed to be strong and resilient, but not complain too much about your struggles. You have to be inspirational, but not make others uncomfortable with your challenges. You have to be independent, but also accept help graciously without feeling like a burden. You have to be positive and upbeat, but not too optimistic because then people might think you're faking it. You have to navigate a world that wasn't built for you, yet somehow be grateful for the few accommodations and accessibility measures that exist. You're expected to overcome obstacles, but not be too successful because then you're probably faking it. You have to constantly prove your worth and capabilities, but also be mindful not to outshine the abled people. You have to be bad enough to clearly seem disabled, or you'll be accused of not actually needing things like disability payments or accommodations. Your body is constantly scrutinized and judged whether you're disabled enough or trying hard enough to cure yourself. You have to be healthy, but your health issues are often dismissed or invalidated. You're supposed to be productive and contribute to society, but so many barriers prevent you from actually doing those things or accessing things like education, employment, and other opportunities. You are supposed to be fit and strong and exercise regularly because otherwise you're lazy and not even trying to get better. If you're too disabled to work, then you're somehow both an entitled lazy taker and so lucky because I would rather be home than at work right now too. It's like being too visible and unable to blend into the crowd and simultaneously not seen as a complete human with a full life worth living. People will blatantly disregard your presence, bumping into your cane, scooter, or wheelchair, and then they'll accuse you of being in their way. If you try a dating app, you're told you're so strong and brave right before that same person rejects you because you're not their type. And when millions of people die from COVID, you'll be told to be grateful because those people were already sick anyway. Never mind the fact that you are. And if you ever speak up about ableism or advocate for your rights, you're labeled as bitter, a burden, angry, or difficult. You're expected to be grateful for any scrap of inclusion or representation, even if it's tokenistic or superficial. And if you dare to demand more, you're accused of being entitled or ungrateful, even from the people who claim to be your ally. If you're not just disabled, but also a woman, LGBT, a person of color, an immigrant, then everything is magnified and even more difficult. Pride events will exclude disabled people, but your local disability support group is transphobic. It's exhausting trying to navigate a world that constantly sends mixed messages about your worth and place in society. And if all of that is true for just one disabled person, trying to navigate the world, and I don't even know.